Ah yes, it's time for another album ranking, and you know what, I was lacking motivation this week until I revisited Fleshgod Apocalypse discography. They are a fantastic band hailing from Italy. Let me have a little sippy. Delivering symphonic, epic, technical death metal to your ears, their music inspired me so much that I felt compelled to do a discography ranking while my enthusiasm was high. Especially during their release week when they unveiled their new album, Opera. In my opinion, Fleshgod Apocalypse doesn't have any bad fucking albums. While some may be better than others, it was a challenge. It was a challenge to rank these Italian maestros. We have 6 albums to rank today, but first let's delve into the band's background. Fleshgod Apocalypse was formed in 2007 and released their debut album in 2009 after an initial demo. Since then, they have been consistently releasing music every 3 to 6 years, with their latest offering being Opera. Francesco Paoli is the mastermind behind Fleshgod Apocalypse, and the band incorporates orchestral elements, keyboards, crushing guitars, soprano vocals, and frenetic drumming into their music. This unique combination results in a heavy and distinctive sound within the metal realm. So enough rambling, let's get on with Fleshgod Apocalypse's ranking. So it pains me to put this, but Oracles, released in 2009, marked their debut album, remains a very strong offering. It stands out as their heaviest work to date, delivering hard-hitting tracks with minimal orchestral elements. While there are instances where the full orchestra shines, such as at the end of As Tyrants Fall, and with the chants in Infection of the White Throne, the album primarily focuses on hard-hitting technical death metal. It feels like they were exploring the sound, deciding between straightforward death metal or pushing the boundaries and incorporating symphonic elements. The guitar work is exceptional on this, making this album a great choice for those seeking modern hard-hitting death metal. Tracks like Post-Enlightenment Executor, Sophistic Demise, the grandiose Requiem in S.J. Menoir, and Retrieving My Carcass showcase fantastic guitar work and intense fucking drumming. The vocals are monstrous thanks to Francesco, embodying the old school aesthetic of death metal vocals. While it's tough to compare, it feels like Fleshgod Apocalypse was experimenting and honing into their sound on this record, not fully revealing their identity yet. Therefore, Oracles, their debut album, may be considered their weakest effort in my opinion, but it still stands as a fantastic slab of death metal. And I need another sip of my coffee. Oh no, really? Veleno, released in 2019, stands out as another great album from Fleshgod Apocalypse. It marks a final album with Paolo Rossi, who handles clean vocals and bass duties. This offering is another heavy and crushing release from the band. The guitar work is fucking fantastic, and while Veronica's presence is less prominent compared to King and Labyrinth, her contributions can still be heard in the background, blending with the orchestral elements. There's a significant presence of death metal elements on this album, and the return of Francesco's vocals are truly monstrous after Tommaso departed the band due to personal reasons. Tracks like Fury, Push, 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 Sugar, the beautiful melody in Mona Lisa, the hard-hitting Worship and Forget, and Embrace the Oblivion showcase the strength of this record with many standout songs. Reflecting on Veleno, I feel it was a slight step back from King. Controversial, although I still hold a strong affection for the album. I'm nitpicking here when I say that I preferred Labyrinth over Veleno. Nonetheless, Veleno remains an incredible record, even though it may have taken a step back from the heights of King, which will be discussed later in the video. So how's everyone's day going? Oh, this coffee is fucking amazing. Labyrinth, released in 2013, is next on the list, and this album truly grows on you over time. I particularly admire the arrangements of the orchestral elements, especially in the standout track Epilogue. Veronica truly showcases her operatic vocals on this record, while Tommaso Riccardi brings profound emotion with his growls and aggressive vocals. Cold, desolate. The guitar work is exceptional, showcasing technical prowess, and the drumming is absolutely insane. Francesco Paoli is an amazing drummer. This album exudes a more epic feel compared to the first two albums, marking a point where Fleshgod Apocalypse solidified their new sound, although you can still hear a lot of this sound with Fury. Standout tracks like Kingboard, Minotaur, the crushing heavy The Fall of Asterion, the beautiful interlude featuring neoclassical guitars and piano on Prologue, and the epic conclusion, one of the best outros in the song Epilogue, all contribute to the album's brilliance. The marching drums in Under the Black Sails and the beautiful piano piece in Labyrinth, the last song, further showcase the album's depth. Over time, Labyrinth truly grows on you and stands as a pinnacle in Fleshgod Apocalypse discography, showcasing their new epic sound to you, which was, I think, well received by the fans. The full orchestra in the background adds an epic dimension to the songs, with Veronica's soprano leads complementing the orchestra in the heavier moments alongside the crushing guitars, drums, and harsh vocals. It creates such a compelling blend. Labyrinth holds a high rank for me. It's an amazing album from start to finish, but there are better albums. There's something about Agony that makes me want to rank it higher, and this is why it's higher than Labyrinth. And I'll explain why this album is a brilliant piece by Fleshgod Apocalypse. It differs greatly from their debut album Oracles, which lean towards the technical side of death metal. Although this album is still fucking technical, with Agony, Fleshgod Apocalypse embrace your orchestral side. And on this album, infusing flourishing orchestral elements throughout most of the songs. This album just flows like water, it really does. This album is where Fleshgod Apocalypse truly find their sound. Upon hearing a song from Agony, you can unmistakably identify it as Fleshgod Apocalypse composition. This marks a significant departure from the debut, signaling a new era for the band. Agony was released in 2011, serving as their sophomore album. This record is another brutal and heavy offering from the band, enriched with lush orchestral elements, clean vocals by Paolo Rossi, soprano vocals by Veronica Bordaccini, and the monstrous vocals by Tommaso Riccardi, with Francesco Paoli delivering thunderous drumming, and his drum work on this is absolutely insane. Standout tracks like the hypocrisy, the deceit, the violation, and the egoism, featuring beautiful operatic vocals throughout. The Betrayal stands out as a particularly epic track with the string of orchestral arrangements, while The Forsaking carries a black metal tinge, especially in the vocal work. Overall, Agony is a fantastic album that I love from start to finish. But ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the brand new Opera, which was released last week. It is a masterful piece from start to finish. Veronica takes on a more prominent role on this record, yet it retains the heavy essence characteristic of Fleshgod Apocalypse. Following the departure of the bassist, Francesco announced that Veronica would handle all clean vocals going forward, including operatic sections. This fusion of death metal and symphonic metal seamlessly blends together, and they've been doing it for years, creating a captivating experience. I confidently place Opera as one of my favorite Fleshgod Apocalypse albums, solidifying its place in the second spot for good reason. While still maintaining its heaviness, Opera introduces some more beautiful, blissful moments that showcase a new side of the band. Thanks to Veronica's lead vocals, which at times evoke a Nightwish-esque vibe, The orchestral elements on this album seamlessly integrate, making it their most epic offering to date. Apart from one other album. Tracks like I Can Never Die, with its hard-hitting riffs, Pendulum, Blood Clock, the neoclassical charmer Morphine Waltz, Matricide, August 23rd, Per Aspera ad Astra, and the captivating Veronica Lead Charge in Till Death Do Us Part, all stand out. The melodies are exceptional, and while the album may be less technical compared to the other works, every track is memorable, which is why it holds such a high rank. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, trees and aliens, nothing can surpass King in my opinion. It stands as my favorite Fleshgod Apocalypse album. Released in 2016, this album encapsulates everything that defines Fleshgod fucking Apocalypse. In my opinion, the orchestration in this album is unparalleled, even though it was done on computer, conveying a depth of emotion that resonates throughout, especially in the poignant guitar solos. While some may find it slower paced compared to the other works, the album weaves a captivating narrative that is truly remarkable. The grandiose soundscapes and monstrous vocals by Tommaso Riccardi, complemented by Paolo Rossi's melancholy clean vocals, create a powerful and fitting blend, especially when there's so good. Paoli's exceptional drumming, marked by intricate fills and a deliberate heavy pace, adds a dynamic layer to the music. Veronica's operatic vocals in the background are brilliant, and her stunning display of operatic prowess in the song Paramore elevates the album further. Each track on this record is memorable, solidifying its place as my favorite and most emotionally resonant album by the band. Standout tracks like The Fool, Cold as Perfection, or what a song, with its seamless transition from operatic vocals to a captivating guitar solo, A Million Deaths and The Vulture Beholds, and the hard-hitting epic Syphilis showcases the album's brilliance. The orchestral elements blend seamlessly with the heaviness of the music, and the exceptional guitar work further enhances the overall experience. For me, King is the epitome of a perfect album by Fleshgod Apocalypse. The concept behind the album delves into the symbolism of a king figure representing the courage within ourselves that we must nurture to overcome the challenges of our times. It contrasts the positive attributes embodied by the king with the negative influences represented by other characters within the court, emphasizing the importance of integrity, values, and truth. So basically encourages us to acknowledge and honor the courage that resides within each of us. In conclusion, King stands as my unequivocal favorite offering, collection of hard-hitting and emotionally charged songs with profound meaning. It is a remarkable album that resonates deeply with me. So Fleshgod Apocalypse is truly an amazing fucking band from Italy. They've undoubtedly faced challenges, especially with the departure of their lead singer. However, Francesco Paoli seamlessly transitioned from playing the drums to taking on vocal duties, showcasing his talent. He's as good as Tommaso, in my opinion. So I only realized while working on this ranking that they had different lead vocalists throughout their discography. Despite being a long-time fan, their vocal styles are so similar that it's easy to overlook the change. I have immense respect for this band. Every album they have released is exceptional. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know your ranking. Thank you for watching. It's been fun, and I'll see you in the next one.